Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I made a big decision over 12 years ago to leave my £70,000 a year banking job and dive head into the world of real estate. I'd done many refurbs, extension and house conversions for many different strategies, creating a £10 million property portfolio. Now, I know the time I was investing in property, prices were more accessible. With inflation running wild right now and a limited amount of pay increases, it's become more and more difficult to buy a house in London. So that's why in this video, I'm going to reveal the ultimate property location list that have more accessible prices to see whether you can replicate what I've done in the world of real estate. We'll explore some of the hottest areas you should consider investing in. And I'll break down these locations that can be potential gold mines for building your property portfolio. Let's look at Birmingham. After all, it is the second city after London. In the Saxons' 6th century, Birmingham was just one small settlement in a thick forest. It was called the home of the tribe of a leader called Birm or Bioma. Hopefully I got that right. Today, Birmingham is the most populated English district outside of London with a population of 1.1 million. The population is growing and continues to grow. After growing faster than any other UK city in the last decade, the Office of National Statistics forecasts Birmingham's population will increase by 15%. That's 150,000 by 2031. The job market is forecasted to expand significantly. A report from Capital Economists suggests that the job market here will grow by 10% in the next 5 years, with 47,000 additional jobs being created in Birmingham. With the student population and purpose-built student accommodation provisions contributing to a large amount of the local economy, it's fair to say that Birmingham has followed the lead of cities like Manchester, which has focused on a skilled and youthful workforce to drive its economy, in turn driving population and housing growth. However, Birmingham is the most dangerous major city in the West Midlands. The most common crimes in Birmingham are violence and sexual offences. I know that may not sound good, but remember, things can only get better. Surveillance in the UK is increasing, so crime rates may drop as criminals become more likely to be caught. Also, a young population is good as it means more people into work and more newly qualified uni students. London is becoming growingly expensive to live in, so this could be a good potential to someone who wants to see some capital growth. The average house prices around here are 228,000, so a 25% deposit would be about 57,000 plus fees. Now, if you're a first-time buyer, you might get away with putting a 10% down, which means 23,000. These early settlers were likely responsible for Derby's name, with the Romans naming it De Venetino and the Vikings De Jura by meaning village of the deer. After the Saxons captured the fortified settlement of Derby from the Vikings, house prices in Derby are around 200,000 and the population is around 250,000. Researchers say that Derby's exceptional growth is underpinned by its youthful population and above average connectivity, and it predicts rental growth of 12% by 2026, making Derby one of the best places to get a buy-to-let in the UK. Property prices have forecasted valuation that they could increase by 20% over the next 4 years. There's a huge amount of working professionals within the market that are helping to push prices in a positive direction, since most houses are used by working professionals. Derby is well known for its manufacturing sector, housing the production of Rolls-Royce. This all sounds positive, but Derby is the most dangerous city in Derbyshire and is among the top 20 most dangerous overall out of the Derbyshire 267 towns, villages and cities. Most people say that there isn't a lot of things to do in Derby. Apart from all of the countryside and natural walk, there isn't much else to do. Furthermore, families that are born outside of Derby also are less likely to move back into Derby. This is because there are barely any schools, only 86 secondary schools in fact, and 1 university within the whole of Derby. There are no future plans to expand the amount of universities in Derby. However, over £70 million is being invested in the area to increase the amount of students that are able to live in the area. New businesses are continuously closing down due to increased operational costs. There aren't many shopping centres in Derby, and local businesses have been shut down due to lack of customers. Most retailers have shut down in Derby due to a lack of demand, since most people do their retail shopping online as opposed to going to town centres. Therefore, growth in Derby is stagnated due to the lack of entrepreneurial activity. With that being said, I'm always looking forward, and where there are no plans for the future study hubs such as universities and lack of activities, I personally don't see much growth or opportunities for entrepreneurs to be attracted to these areas. Also, the average house price around here is 200,000, and I believe there are a lot more better locations that could see more potential growth. Leeds originated as an Anglo-Saxon township on the north bank of Erie. Leeds is often referred to as Little London. This is because in the 19th century, it had fashionable housing and interesting architecture comparable to London. Leeds actually has the largest centre for finance and professional services outside of London, and is the second city in the UK for startup businesses. Leeds has also seen the biggest job growth in knowledge-intensive businesses of all UK cities since 2010. Leeds has the best paying jobs outside of London. 5 universities provide youthful energy, and the only UK city outside of London to have its own opera, ballet and theatre companies. Now, it doesn't come without its downsides. The downside of housing in Leeds is the rising prices. Rent prices had been increasing steadily in recent years, making it hard for students and young professionals to find affordable accommodation. Now, my thoughts, currently if you're thinking buying Leeds, you'll have a tough time as there's a massive housing shortage. This creates opportunities if you're a landlord, as there's still some capital growth to be had. I actually have a friend who has 24 properties in the area, and her biggest client is social housing, meaning she won't have a problem renting. Average prices do look around 240,000, so get in while you can. Manchester's pioneering history accounts for its unique character. This is the place where the Industrial Revolution really took hold. Manchester is consistently in the top 3 UK hotspots for investment and outperforms any other city in terms of both capital appreciation and rental yield. Manchester is partway through a multi-billion pound regeneration scheme, providing all areas of the city centre, airport and general infrastructure. Manchester is also incredibly well connected to local, national and international destinations through an impressive infrastructure system. Manchester has 3 train stations to serve visitors and workers outside of the city, but also visitors from the other northern destinations such as Sheffield and Liverpool, along with international visitors across the globe at Manchester International Airport. Currently undergoing a 1 billion expansion plan that will increase visitors over 50 million annually by 2024. One of the reasons Manchester has performed so well is the level of investment in the job market. Over 80% of the FTSE 100 companies now have a presence in Manchester, and 50 international banks, making it more attractive for graduates to remain there. Manchester may be an up-and-coming place to live, with plenty of job opportunities and a culture hub to be a part of. However, salaries can be slightly lower than other cities, especially compared to the capital of London. The average salary in Manchester is roughly around 37,500 a year, with an entry-level position of about 27,500, and the most experienced workers earning around 57,500 annually, as opposed to the average salary in London, which varies around a figure of around 44,000. What do I think? Well, it's actually one of my most favorite locations, as I love the history. People are really friendly and it's not as busy as London, making it more comfortable. With all the regeneration, I can see continual growth, which will leave a lot of people priced out. So in my opinion, if you're looking for the next London, check this area out. And there you have it, guys, a detailed comparison of 4 fantastic cities in the UK. I hope this video has helped you narrow down the areas you might consider, whether you're looking to relocate or invest. If you found this information useful, please drop this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more insights on property investment and real estate knowledge. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so you never miss an update. And if you have any questions on the locations that I've mentioned in this video, make sure you drop us a comment and I'll make sure that I'll reply as soon as possible. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.